One of my interests is human attainment. If you look at all the knowledge we've developed in the world, I think it's not reached very far in the world, and very well with human attainment in the world. I think we've achieved something like 80% development of human intelligence and human attainment, and that's despite all of those scientists we have, all of those scholars and philosophers we have, all of those thinkers, artists and musicians we have. I don't think they reach very far. I don't think they produce much quality in their material. I think they're quite substandard. I think they produce maybe loose, crazy ideas. I think most of them produce crazy ideas. I think that's what those philosophers and intelligent people do. I think if you look at what they've done for the world, they've just taken it 60% to the level of human attainment. They've just developed 60% of it. That's quite pathetic and miserable. I think they haven't done much for the world. I think that if we had more of a conscription of intelligent people with more schools and academies and universities and centres of learning and discussion and conversation, if we had more newspapers and magazines that exchange ideas with intelligent people, if we had more of a discussion of ideas between people rather than just writing about them all the time or reading about them all the time, if we had more discussion between people and more debate between people about lots of different ideas, then we could produce more ideas and engage in some kind of a debate that kind of encompasses more higher thought with things. I think what we've had in history is just maybe 500 to 1,000 scholars, philosophers, artists and musicians who produce a very substandard level of work that hasn't produced much for the world. It's produced 60% human attainment and intelligence. And if you look at how the world has developed, it's quite at a low level. It's at a substandard level that's maybe very much grounded. I think that the world hasn't developed much. The best achievement that human civilization has achieved is combustion and automobiles and four wheels on cars. That's the highest level of technology it's attained, and that's quite a low level of development. If you look at the other things it's developed writing, it's developed flight as well, which is still very basic. The other things it's invented is the chemical industry, which is also very basic. I think those are the highest things that human civilization has attained in world history and human development, and they're quite at a low level. If you look at how those things can develop in the world, I don't think they can develop much. I think they could develop to maybe 40% capacity, and I think if you look at how the planet Earth develops, how human civilization develops, I think it develops to 40%, and I think it's something like 80 IQ, an IQ of 80. I think that's kind of the normal level of human development, an IQ of 80. And if you look at all of the effort and all of the poetry and art that goes into convincing human civilization as a great concept in everything in life, if you look at all of the conversation and digest and art and music that tries to convince all of life how great it is, that's the situation that we see ourselves in. That you look at the opinion of human civilization as being great and magnificent, but if you look at the attainment of those people who have some kind of authority or some kind of responsibility or conduct with these things. They produce a very menial, miserable and low level of product for this human civilization. So I think that is very disappointing. I think that people could perhaps have more passion and conviction and attainment and perhaps strength to perhaps engage, initiate and do some kind of an action towards convincing or conducting human civilization as some kind of great concept. Thank you.